Hey YouTube, it's Spooky Boots here, and today I got up a little earlier than normal for a Sunday. I am out here trying something new. It's a product I haven't skated yet. It's the Kizer Element 2 frames. I've had them sitting around for, I don't know, probably a little over a year now, and I finally have a boot that has UFS mounting. So for the longest time I've been skating the Aeons, can't change the frames out. Now I have the 909, so I want to give this frame a try. It's kind of a wet morning, it's definitely humid, the ground's a little wet. I was driving past the skate park and saw that some of the ramps were a little wet. Nothing too crazy, but I think it's going to be a good session. There's a few things I want to do, mostly on the P-rail. I just want to see how these metal frames slide on metal, you know, maybe try a concrete ledge, I'm not really sure yet. Yeah, that's essentially going to be the video, just trying out these frames, getting used to them. And yeah, I'll show you guys what they look like. If anyone was wondering, 909s, I was skating these 50/50 frames on them. I had some different wheels, but for a previous video, I took the frames off and put different wheels on them to put on a skateboard. That was fun, but before I put those frames back on, I want to try these Kizers out. So, like I said, I've had these sitting around for about a year, wheels and everything, and I just haven't had a boot to stick them on. So now that I have a UFS boot, I figured now would be a good time to try the frames out. If you guys aren't familiar with the frame, it's an all aluminum frame. There's two parts to it. So here's the frame, and then the H block is removable. It's pretty heavy with it being a flat frame. You got 4 wheels on there, but I don't think it's going to be an issue. I don't mind heavier frames, kind of makes it feel like my feet are a little anchored and gives me a little bit more control. I have the, if you guys are curious about the wheels, I have the Dominic Bruce 6292A, and then I have these Conjure mini flats. I think these are 57 or 58. I think it's an 8mm difference. I noticed these wheels touch more than these, so there might be a little bit of a rocker going on, but nothing too crazy. So I'm gonna get these frames on these boots and then head over to the skate park and try to have a session. Another thing about these frames, guys, is I've had a few friends skate these. After seeing what they've kind of struggled with, I would suggest skating with the threads on the inside, so your negative side, because I heard once you start grinding and wearing away at this frame wall, they can kind of lock up. So anytime you can skate with the heads on the outside, go ahead and do that, because I heard it's going to be a little easier. These frames are so weird. So graphic on the outside here with the heads on the outside, graphic on the inside here with the threads inside. Heads are on the outside is what I'm going with. I don't know, it's just weird. Since I have the wheel out here, here's the Conjure mini flats. I believe these are all sold out. I've just had them sitting around waiting for this moment. They look like a really cool wheel. Haven't skated these obviously yet. There's still the seam on them and everything, but yeah, I'm really excited to try these out. I've heard good things. So since they're aluminum, I don't know how doable this is on a plastic frame, but you can basically just slide it in from one side and it's threaded on the other. So you don't need 2 tools or like a receiving end or like a, you know, a bolt over here. You can just slide it in and the frame is the receiving end. So there's the first one. So this is the boot where the graphic's going to be on the outside because the heads are on the outside. This is going to be the boot where the graphic is going to be on the inside because, like I said, I want the heads to be on the outside so that way the threads don't get torn up much. Again, I don't know why they did that, but it's not a deal breaker. This is the first time I'll be skating a metal frame. So a few things I'm looking for here is the power transfer, how much more energy I'm gonna get out of my pushes and my strides. I'm also looking to see how topside feels on these. So I know the H block is probably gonna slide fine on all the metal stuff here. Maybe the concrete stuff, not really sure. But I'm really curious about the topside tricks in these frames, especially on rails and coping and stuff. So now that I got this together, let's get over there to the skate park and try them out. So this is why I woke up a little bit early. It's looking like the skate park is completely empty. Can't really tell yet. I don't think anyone's over there. You know, sometimes it's worth it to wake up a little early on a Sunday to get in a good morning session and not have to worry about basically running into anyone or waiting on someone to stop skating something or getting yelled at for waxing something. So, and of course, right as I get here, you know, 3 kids roll up at the same time. So, it's whatever. They're little guys. They deserve to be here as much as I do. So this rail I haven't waxed yet. I'm about to hit it. The rail over there on the other side of the park is waxed. I just waxed it. So I'm gonna hit this one first and then hit the waxed one and see how they compare. So that was no wax. And the H blocks are really sliding, which I kind of suspected, but I want to try the wax side before I do any topside tricks. So there's no noticeable difference in the wax side versus the not wax side. The metal's sliding just as fine. I kind of figured that would happen. If anything, the wax just makes it a little more uncontrollable. So these frames feel really good. I was worried about, I don't know, sticking, but at least on the sole grinds, you know, it's metal on metal, it'll slide. But I guess when I thought you'd have more surface area, you know, there'd be more friction, and I was wondering how good it would slide then, but it seems really nice so far. I'm gonna try some ledges, and then I'm gonna try some concrete, see if I can slide on some concrete. It's getting hot. It's, yeah, 9:30, and there's a lot of cloud coverage, which is nice, but it's definitely warming up. Also, I didn't stretch, so I'm kind of feeling it. I don't know if you guys saw the last video or whatever, but my camera broke, so I'm filming all of this on the GoPro, so this is kind of new for me. I don't know how it's gonna turn out or look really, but hopefully it's good. I think I'm done with the P-rail for now. I'm gonna try some ledges. This is super sketchy. If I slip out and land in the puddle, I skid. So you can see, like right there, I went out a little bit. I'm really determined to skate this though. Wasn't sliding at first, and I think that's because it was like a little wet. So like I brushed the water off, gave it a wax, and the metal frames seem to be doing just fine. So I'm gonna get in a few more tricks, a couple different angles for you guys, and probably session something else. Frames are feeling great. I noticed the back frame bolt in my right boot could be a little tighter. I'm about to tighten that up and fix it. Yeah, the wheels are new, the frames are new, and I'm kind of still getting used to the 909. So like, I don't want to say everything's new for me, but it's kind of like skating a whole new setup. So I'm really excited about these frames. They're sliding a lot better than I guess what I thought they would. Yeah, I skated the rail, I did the ledge. I think I'm gonna move on to a quarter pipe, do a few little things on that, see how they feel, and basically just wrap the video up. It's getting kind of toasty. Sun's gonna come out here soon, so I don't wanna get sunburnt or anything, so it's also getting a little busy. There's a bunch of kids here. So the session's been kind of mellow, so I think what I'm gonna do is wrap it up by doing a sole down the Hubba on the big stairs over there. It's a trick I've been working on but haven't gotten yet, so I'm gonna try to get it today, finish up the session, and then give you guys my final thoughts on the frames. Drop my glasses. I'm out of the skate park, not too far from the park. There's a little ledge here. It's uncapped, it's concrete, and it's heavily waxed. So I'm gonna try to see if I can grind it in these frames. I'm not really sure how it's gonna go, but I just wanna try and see. I'm gonna hit it maybe twice. I feel like I'm pretty low on energy right now, so we'll see how this goes. All right guys, and that is the session. I'm super stoked I got that sole down the Hubba. I had been trying it in my Aeons for a while and I kept touching and touching and touching, and I just wanted to get it today, so I picked up that hand and I got it. So yeah, the session was good. The frames are awesome. I did notice a little bit of power transfer difference, nothing too crazy, but they definitely feel more solid, and I felt like I was getting a lot more out of my strides. This is also a completely flat setup. I think actually there might be like a 0.5 millimeter rocker, I'm not really sure. It seems like all the wheels are rolling at the same time, so that could also be contributing to, I guess, the power out of my push. With the Aeons, there's a 1 millimeter difference, and essentially I'm just pushing off of 2 to 3 wheels at a time. So I feel like with this, I was getting the whole 8 or 4 wheels, the 4-wheel push, I guess. It was a good feeling, felt really powerful. Like I said, I only tried 2 different grinds on that concrete ledge. It's because I knew I wasn't gonna have a good time on it. I feel like these just really aren't the frames for that kind of ledge. So they were great for the park. The coping was nice, the P-rail was nice, and the capped ledges were great. I'll probably do a more in-depth review on these if you guys want. This was just, you know, my first time messing around on them, so I wasn't really looking for anything too specific. And like I said, everything's kind of new, so I'm still getting used to the boot. I'm still breaking in the liner. These wheels are brand new. They were getting a little wet and sliding around in there. And then the frames are the first times I'm skating a metal frame. So I'll definitely take these out for a couple more sessions and let you guys know how they go. For now, that's the video, guys. If you like, please give it a like. If you want to subscribe, please do. It helps me out. I'm trying to grow my channel. I'm working on a 200 subscriber video, but my camera lens was damaged. I'm in the middle of shooting that video, and that's really my preferred camera for that video. So I'm just waiting on a new lens. Might be a couple weeks, but yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. It means a lot. Peace.